Hello, class. Today we're doing 5GO 2.7. Today we are interpreting our remainder. Okay, that's our lesson. So let's take a look at this. When we have a division problem, there are moments in which we may have a remainder. Well, that remainder may be provide us with, we may need to include the remainder to answer the question, or we may be able to exclude the remainder or discard it. It may not be necessary to answer our question. So depending on the question, depending on the need or the requirement of the question, will determine whether or not the remainder is utilized or if it is discarded. So let's begin. Here on question 2, it says Maria has 412 bouquets of flowers for centerpieces. She uses 8 flowers for each centerpiece. How many centerpieces can she make? Now, if Maria has a vase and each vase has 8 flowers in it, well, what we know is that each vase must have 8 flowers in it. If we don't have 8 flowers, we don't have a vase. Okay? So, in a case like this, we're going to determine, first of all, how many groups of 8 are in 412, and then we would determine what we would do with the remaining. Okay? All right. We have 412 bouquets, 8 flowers for each bouquet. How many 8s are in 41? Okay, we know that the closest we can get to 41 is 5. 8 times 5. Okay, so 5 times 8 is 40. We subtract, and we have 1, and we bring down our 2. So now the question is, how many 8s are in 12? And that is 1. There is 1 8 in 12, and therefore there's 8. When we subtract, we have 4 remaining. Well, we know we can get 51 groups of 8. Well, these 4 flowers is not enough to make a vase, so we don't use them. So to answer our question, how many centerpieces can she make? She can only make 51, and the remaining we discard. Okay, now we are working on number 4. It says one plant container holds 14 tomato seedlings. If you have 1,113 seedlings, how many containers do you need to hold all the seedlings? So now we need to be sure that we include all of the seedlings. That includes the whole amount and remaining. Okay, so let's take a look. We have 1,113 seedlings, and a container holds 14. So first of all, let's see how many 14 are in 1,113. So let's begin. First of all, 1 is not enough, 11 is not enough, and we need 111. How many 14s are in 111? Okay, so now let's do a little estimating. Okay, if we cover our 4, we have 1, and if we cover our 1, we have 11. Well, we know 11 would be too much. Okay, so let's round our 14 to say about 20. Okay, so we'll look at it for 2. So we cover our 0, we have 2. We cover our 1, we have 11. How many 2s are in 11? We know there are approximately 5. So let's start there. Take our 14 times 5, and we see 5, 6, 70. Well, we're getting close, but not close enough. Let's go to 6. 14 times 6, that's 24. 6, that's 84. Still close, but not close enough. Well, let's jump up. Let's jump up to an 8 and see what we get. All right, times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. That's 8 plus 3 is 11. That's 112. So that's too much. 8 is too much. 6 is not enough. So 7 is what we need. So we put 7 here. All right. So now we multiply 7 times 4. It was a 28. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 is 9. When we subtract, this is 11. This is 0. This is 3. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down our 3. So now we have 133. Well, we know 8, okay, is 112. So now let's do 9. 14 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. It's 126. That's as close as we can get. So that's 9. 9 times 14 is 126. When we subtract, we have 7 remaining. Okay, now the issue is at this point we have 79 trays with 14 seedlings, but we still have 7 seedlings left, and we need to hold all of the seedlings. So in this case, then, instead of 79 trays, we are going to need 80 trays because we still need a tray to hold the 7. So 80 is our answer. Okay? All right, let's look at number 6. On number 6, it says Jenny has 220 ounces of clean solution that she wants to divide equally among 12 large containers. How much clean solution should she put in each container? So now she has 220 ounces, she has 12 containers, and she wants to put the container equal amount in all of the containers. Okay, so let's go. How many 12s are in 22? We have 1. That gives us 12. When we subtract, this is 0, this is 1. Bring down our 0. How many 12s are in 100? We know that we have 8. 8 times 12, that's 16. 8, 96. When we subtract, we're left with 4, nothing to bring down. So 4 is our remainder. Well, since we want to put the cleaning solution in each of the containers, we must include the remainder. So we have 18, and then we have 4 twelfths left over. And so the question is, how much is this? Well, if we simplify this by reducing it by 4, we find that it will be 1/3. So 18 1/3 would go into each container. Okay, see you in the morning.